What up, what up, what up, what up, guys? It is Tony Slumz. I'm a producer, engineer, writer, and MC. And here I am. Let's have a conversation, right? Cool. So, the other day I had posted that I wanted some questions so I could do this type of video. And so let's go through some of them. You know what I mean? Not all of them, because some of them were a little bit more technical, and I kind of want to dive into those a little bit more deeper. So let's get the ego out the way, right? So first things first, inspirations. My personal inspirations are my parents. My pops is a singer, and he's one of the persons who taught me that even though you love doing artistry, there's nothing better than doing it with people you love. Because to this day, he still sings every mariachi festival over here in the Imperial Valley. And on top of that, he's always singing outside his house. His doors are always open. So it kind of made me the producer and engineer that I am, where I try to bring as many people in and just create off of vibes and moments. The other person, of course, my mom. She won't change who she is for anyone, which made me who I am very much so. Because, I mean, she did it, why would I? She made me, right? Exactly. Musical inspirations, Jay-Z, the GOAT, of course. Guru, his engineer, that's really influenced me in terms of how I start to mix. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And just any random music. I listen to everything constantly as much as possible. Blood, Sweat, and Tears is one of my favorite bands as well, too. Do I ever get discouraging thoughts about myself in music? Yes. It'd be crazy if I didn't, being I'm nowhere near where I want to be, and I don't think I'll ever be anywhere I want to be, because this is a growing profession. It's something that I'm constantly working towards. I'm constantly learning new mixing techniques, learning new production tricks, learning new ways to write and new ways to help the people around me. So yeah, I mean, discouragement can't be the final step. So you can get discouraged, but once you get discouraged, find out what discouraged you, and then find a solution to make that better. You know what I mean? Because honestly, some of my biggest discouragements pushed me to be a better producer. Like, there was a time where I got tired of making so many boom bap beats, and I thought I was stuck in a rut. And because of that, I started making a lot more different beats, a lot more different styles. And one of my favorite beats still, Wolves from Milio's album, and that one is like completely out of my element, but it became very much my element because of that. Another good one, the homie iMicro, he asked me a bunch of questions about mixing, drums, and I'm gonna touch on those later on. But for right now, the number one thing I would always tell any producer and engineer is learn your room, learn your speakers, and learn the sound that you want out of it. So what I do is I listen to a lot of references. And my number one reference, because of the style that I do, which is boom bap centric, then I add different elements into there, is always any no ID beat. The two in particular is gonna be from Jay-Z's Blueprint 3 album, Run This Town, and DOA. Because those drums knock, and on top of that, you can't just call it boom bap. Like, it's a completely different genre. Not to mention, on Run This Town, you have the singing of Rihanna, you have the different style of Kanye, and just a dirty, clean verse that comes from Jay-Z, which is something I really mirror a lot of my engineering off of. Just clean sounds. So reference. Then that means just listen to music on your speakers until you're like, okay, I know how this will always sound, and then make your mixes sound like that, if not better. Emulate, don't imitate. The homeboy who is Dutch asked this one, which I think is a really, really good one. Best way to promote on IG as an independent artist. Content. Put out content. Put out photos of where you're at. Let people know who you are. Let people in. And that, first and foremost, you always want to do that. You always want to allow people to see who you are outside of just what you're portraying to be. You know what I mean? Because nowadays there's so much fake shit. Real is always going to cut through all of that stuff, man. And you do a really good job of it. The other thing I would say to do, start following other producers and keep a lookout for any contests. Like, yo, spit a 16 on my beat. Because what that's going to do is it's going to start bringing more people to you. Because if you're doing all these contests, that producer is going to share your verse because you're part of the contest. And then it's going to bring more people towards you. And you're a lyricist, you know what I mean? You're an artist. So you want people to see you spitting. You want people to hear you spitting on multiple different types of beats. And if you got the time, why not? Why wouldn't you stunt on everybody and just start taking over? That's a good way to do it. I think that's pretty much it for right now, man. There's more I'm gonna touch on, but I really want to just dedicate a lot of the more technical ones to just one type of video. And thanks again, guys, for just talking to me and shit like that, man. So hopefully we can do a lot more of these or something like this. I want to be a lot more transparent with everything that's going on. But in the meantime, man, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good nonsense. And yep, laters.